It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Nøgne in Norway, and this is a bottle of their Ghost Ship. This is a 13% ABV smoked barley wine. It's in a 330ml bottle. Have a look at the liquid in the bottle here. It looks, well, with a brown glass, it looks jet black. We don't know for sure, but there's the look of the bottle cap. Without further ado then, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. %13 ABV smoked barley wine. Wow. I've had this beer a year, but you know, I don't mind. I really don't mind, and the reason why I don't mind is because, well, it's 13% ABV and it's already been barrel aged, so that extra little bit of aging in the bottle is only kind of, it's only going to help the beer. It's only going to kind of round off the beer and make it even more flavoursome as time goes on. You could drink a 13% ABV beer in about 20, 30 years time. Absolutely no problem at all. We've got a one finger tan coloured head. It's a jet black beer in the glass. Slow moving carbonation. Let's get the aroma on this one. Whoa. It does have the aroma of a barley wine, but at the same time, especially with the colour of the beer, it's giving off vibes of Imperial Stout, Imperial Porter. There's a little bit of roasted malt going on. You get quite a bit of that smoked malt that they use. You know when they produce like Rauch beers, German style Rauch beers that have got that lovely kind of smoked malt smokiness. It's almost like drinking smoky bacon liquid. Well, it does have that, but then that barrel age, that whatever spirit is they've used, or whatever barrel that they've used, maybe it's whiskey or rum, you get a little pinch of that in the aroma. A real woodiness that goes with the smokiness. It smells wonderful. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's like treacle. Oh, that is like treacle. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a beer. An absolute head bender of a beer, this one. It's chocolatey, it's roast like, it's smoky, it's peat like, but that doesn't tell you the whole story about this beer. There's more of a story to be said to this beer, and that more of a story comes down to the amount of sweetness that's coming through on the beer to balance off all of those smoky charcoal like flavours. It does have that kind of bacon frazzle flavour to it, that Rauch malt, that smoked malt flavour to it. But what Nøgne have decided to do here, and I think it's kind of clever. Sometimes I've had beers like this before and they are way too smoky. It's like crazily smoked, crazily bitter, crazily astringent, and it's like, wow, this is just way too much. What Nøgne have done here is they've added a load of sweetness to the beer. Whether that be brown sugar, whether that be loads of sweet malt, but they've got the balance, I'd say about perfect. It's not overly sweet, but it's not overly peaty and bitter and astringent at the same time. It's got a lovely balance to the beer. The sweetness really does offset that that bitterness. And we haven't even talked about the mouthfeel yet. It's got a lovely, rich, creamy... I mean, look at the lacing on the glass. You can see the mouthfeel. As I rock that beer back and forth, you can see the carbonation chasing the head of the glass. Beautiful, big, thick liquid. And when you get a beer like this in your mouth, it sticks to your palate. It kind of sticks there for a little while, sticks to the tongue, the inside of the mouth, and then it just pulls more flavours. So I'm picking up vanilla, more of that woodiness, the breadiness from the malt, the smoke, a little bit of roasted malt, a little bit of chocolate coffee caramel, a little bit of that spirit. I think we'll have a look at the back of the bottle in a moment, if I can get it, because it might be a Norwegian. In fact, let's have a look now. Ingredients: local water, malted barley, malted wheat, malted rye, cane sugar. Cane sugar. I knew it was sweet. I knew it was sweet. I knew it was either brown sugar or they've used cane sugar here. Hops and yeast. Peat, smoke, vanilla, whiskey, toffee, dried fruits. Okay, so it's been barrel aged in a whiskey cask. Now, I want to say one more thing before I wrap this review up. Nøgne were huge in the UK around 2013, 2014, 2015 time. Their beer, they could do no wrong. Everybody was buying their beers. I think Two Captains was one of their best-selling double IPAs here in the UK. They were doing terrifically well. And then they were bought out by Hansa, which is Norway's largest brewery. Independent brewery. And it kind of muddies the water. We stopped seeing Nøgne beers in the UK. Like probably 90% drop in what we used to have Nøgne wise, and a big drop in people talking about their beers. And I've always found it quite strange, because I'm drinking a beer here which has been produced by Nøgne under their ownership of Hansa. Yet this is one of the best beers I've ever had from Nøgne. So what's changed? They're still producing great beer. They're just owned by a large company now. And I've always maintained that if the beer stays good, I really couldn't care who owns them. I really couldn't care. I used to care. I used to care when there was a spate of brewery takeovers back in 2013, 2014. You know, you hear me banging on about it in my reviews, but this day and age, after I've seen years and years of Hansa ownership, I've not seen any quality drop from Nøgne beers whatsoever. It's funny. I'm going to rate it. Looks terrific. Smells terrific. Tastes terrific. I like that beer enough to give it a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer, one of the best barley wines we've had in 2021. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!